everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Brendan. And today, I guess as you can guess by the title, we're doing something a little bit different than my usual nonsensical comedic videos. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, just hold on and enjoy the ride. So today, in lieu of Pride Month, I know that this is probably going to be coming out not at the beginning, probably like middle-ish of Pride Month. I wanted to do a video that I feel like I would want to see, and that is kind of going through all of the Pride flags, or a lot of them. I feel like there's probably a few that I don't have, but I have a list of them. So I don't know if this is an original idea. I'm sure that someone has probably done a similar video or similar other videos. I'm not trying to steal an idea. I just feel like I had this idea and I wanted to, for myself, also just kind of learn about all of the flags, all of their meanings, because I really just feel like I didn't know. I feel like I could identify some of them, but I have done a lot of research. I apologize if I got anything wrong. This is just what I found. I do not identify as all of these, so I don't want to speak for anybody that does identify as that sexuality or gender, and I am misspeaking. I do apologize. Just, I guess, correct me in the comments kindly, please, because I am a human. I am just trying my best. For this, I just want people to be able to just come here and not know anything and just leave maybe with a little bit a better understanding about themselves and just about the flags in general. That's just my goal with it. I just want to give a little bit of knowledge to anybody, because I honestly, like I said, I didn't know really anything about any of the meanings. I knew some of the flags, some of them I didn't even know at all. I just wanted to be helpful to maybe someone who is trying to become an ally or is recently come out and they want to understand what they're feeling and how they are as a person. I just want to help that person take the next step into finding like where they belong and who they are. So I have about 20 flags and a few other ones that we'll talk about later. So I'm going to just go through them like one by one, and I will give you like what the flag represents, and then I tried to also find the meaning of each like colors and symbols in the flag, because I feel like that's something that I wanted to know myself. So I will be showing you the flag. I do have my notes here in front of me, so if it does look like I'm reading off something, it's because I don't really want to mess up any of the information, and I want you to give everything. So I will show the flag and then try to show you my notes, or like the written form of what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work because I do edit on iMovie and I don't know how that's gonna work, so we'll figure it out. But to start us off, I feel like the most common flag that everybody will know is the Pride flag, and this is the newer, older version of it. This is the 6 stripes, red, yellow, orange, not in that order, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And so the red signifies life, the orange is healing, the yellow is the sun, the green is nature, the blue, or royal blue as they say, is harmony, and the violet or purple is spirit. So those are the meanings of the colors. And there used to be a version with pink and I think maybe other colors, but the pink meant sexuality, and basically they took out the pink because it was too expensive to make it, like manufacture that pink fabric. So they just cut it down to the 6. And this has been around since I think the 90s, for like a while. Also a side note, I sometimes have a little bit of facts about the flags, but I didn't really want to just focus on the history of them because I feel like that would be too much in one video. So I am going to link all of the websites and sources that I used, and I encourage you to, if you feel a strong connection towards a identity or a flag, then research it on your own and just learn about just learn about like its history and maybe if you identify with it. But yeah, so that is the original pride flag, what the colors mean. There also is a Philadelphia version of this pride flag that includes a black, of course there's work happening when I'm recording, that has a black and brown stripe, and that is to include people of color into the community, because there is a little bit of controversy with this, because it is not this pride flag, nor Philadelphia's, is the current like kind of universal version, I would say, I don't know, of the pride flag. And that one looks like this. Should put it in, Brendan. And I actually really like this one. It still has the 4 stripes, and it has the triangle now kind of inverted into it, and I think it looks really cool. But it's still the 4 colors, there's 6, not 4. The 6 colors still mean the same thing, as far as I could tell. But the little triangle, it is, the black and brown are to include people of color, like the Philadelphia flag did. And the blue, pink, and white are to include transgender or non-conforming people, which that's why they changed the flag, because a lot of people who just didn't identify as like male or female didn't feel like included with just the 6 stripes. So they did add this. Again, this hasn't been around for that long, so I don't know how a lot of people are feeling. I really like this one, but I don't really want anybody to feel excluded, clearly. So I don't know. I don't know how they would be able to make a flag. Like, I would be curious to see a flag that could have all of these flags on, because a lot of these flags are very different. But I do enjoy this flag and what it means with the 6 original stripes and the black and brown for the people of color, and the trans and like non-gender conforming individuals included in it. Now we're going to go to the transgender flag. Going into it, it has blue and then pink and then the white in the middle. And this was created in 1999 from what I saw. And the blue and pink, they represent male and female, and then white is like the middle ground of it. It said that it could be for people who are transitioning, or it could be for people who maybe just don't identify with male or female. So they're just in the white space in the middle. I do like this flag. I think it's fine. I feel like this is one that people know, but that's just the history behind the colors. So the male and female, and then the white is either transitioning or like people who just don't identify with male or female. So next, I have the non-binary flag. So this is a newer flag. It says 2014 from what I saw. Again, don't take any of this if you think or know that it's a different time that it was made. This is just from what I gathered. So the yellow, it's yellow, white, purple, blue, as black. Well, not blue, black, as you can see. The yellow is for people who identify outside of just the male or female. The white is all colors together. So the white is for multi-gendered people. The purple is a blend of both male and female. And the black is for agender people, or for people who have no gender. So that's like all of, I guess, like the sections of non-binary, I don't know, but it covers, yeah. So the yellow, it's outside of just male or female. The white is like multi-gendered people, because it's like white, you have to think like white's like all the colors mixed together. Purple is a blend of male and female, because blue and red, so like kind of pink can make purple. And then the black is agender people. So that's the non-binary flag. There is also the iteration of non-binary. There is a non-binary trans flag, which looks like this. And basically it's the same thing of the 2 previous ones, right? Yeah. It just adds the pink and blue bar to the top, and then it has the normal non-binary flag. So it kind of just smashes those together. If you're transgender and also identify as non-binary, that is the flag for you. Next, we have the Intersex Flag, which this one's interesting. So it was in 2013, and it wanted to stray away from like the rainbows and like the like sexuality of everything. So yeah, so the purple circle shows the wholeness of intersex people, and it just is the person that created it. This was the person that created it. It said on what I found that it wanted to show that intersex people are just fine and perfect people of who they are. So then next we have asexual, black, gray, white, and purple. 2010 was when I found that this was kind of a thing. So the black of the asexual flag stands for asexuality. The gray represents demisexuality, or sexual attraction after you have an emotional bond with a person. That is demisexuality. The white, it stands for allies of the community. Like, I think what that means is like either allies to asexuals or that asexuals are allies. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Again, I am learning all of these things with you all. I am trying to learn all of these things because this is a lot, and I just wanted to educate myself, and I'm trying to just give people a little bit more insight. So that's what I think white means. And purple is the entire community of asexuals as a whole. Next, we have the bisexual flag, which is another one I feel like people have seen. It has pink, and then blue, and then purple. And pink is attraction to the same gender, blue is attraction to the opposing gender, and purple is the attraction to both genders or a mix of genders, multiple genders. This also, this was in 1998, by the way, from what I found. This is in contrast, not contrast, but in similarity to another flag that we'll get to later, which I guess I can go more into like bisexual and the other sexuality later, but pink, purple, blue. The pink is attraction to same gender, blue is the opposing gender, and purple is a blend or a mix of attraction to like multiple genders. And then we have the pansexual flag, which I really like the colors on this, the pansexual flag, but it is pink, yellow, and blue. It was, again, a kind of new, 2010, and the pink is attraction to women, blue is attraction to men, and the yellow is attraction to those who don't identify with any gender. So kind of similar to bisexual, but pansexual is just like I'm attracted to anything. Again, there's a lot of like kind of I don't want to say overlap, but there's a lot of similarities between things. But bisexual is, a lot of people think that like, and would say that bisexual is just the attraction to male and female. And I think from my understanding, pansexual is more of an attraction to like people who don't identify, like it says, people don't identify with anything. So like male or female, or like any, like you don't have to identify as anything. I'm just attracted to like as a person. I think that's what I would say. It's like I'm just attracted to, like I'm not concerned about like your gender or whatever. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's just what I would think. I do not identify as pansexual, so maybe someone who does identify as pansexual could explain that better than I can. And then next we have the lesbian flag. And I guess I could throw in the gay flag, but first we'll talk about the lesbian flag. I didn't find anything that the colors really represented for this one, but apparently the lesbian flag has been under a decent amount of controversy for a decent amount of time. Apparently, a lot of people don't think it really represents the like entirety of the lesbian community. Especially, there is apparently a version 2 with a red kiss, which was very controversial, and I couldn't really find out why. But yeah, so I honestly have never even seen the lesbian flag or the gay flag for that matter, and I do identify as a gay man. But yeah, so I guess if you do like this flag and you are a lesbian, you can use it, but it said that it had been criticized for not really representing butch lesbians, which I can understand. I couldn't really find a lot on it, I'm sorry. I honestly didn't even know that this flag did exist before it, but this is the lesbian flag. Didn't really have anything for the colors. And then again, the same thing, we have the gay flag, the gay man flag, and again, couldn't really find a lot on this. I feel like I also didn't even know that this flag existed. I feel like the different colors are supposed to represent like the different aspects of like a gay man, or like a man, or like women, you know, like as they are, like as their genders. And I feel like that, just saying that and like thinking about the colors, it would kind of seem like it is exclusive, because the female flag is pink and like reddish and orange, and then the male flag is green and blue. So I guess I could see maybe how they are kind of not as prevalently used as other flags. But I don't know. Again, I didn't find a lot on these, but there is a lesbian flag and a gay man flag. So moving on down, we have the Polysexual Flag, which again, I really like these colors on this flag. So this is similar to bisexual. This is the one that I was talking about. It's basically an attraction to many genders, where it kind of like is just what your definition of it is, I think, or what you, I guess, just identify as, where some people just think bisexual is like, I just see man, like I'm just attracted to men and women, where polysexual is more, I'm attracted to any gender. So yeah, so pink is representing people identifying as female, blue is attraction to those identifying as male, and the green symbolizes attraction to non-binary people, such as a gender, bigender, or gender fluid person. So yeah, so polysexual is just, like I said, an attraction to many genders, and it is in contrast to the bisexual. So then we have aromantic. So these are getting down to ones that like I feel like are a little bit lesser known. So aromantic, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. The green with then the white in the middle, and then like the black at the bottom. They feel no romantic attraction, but they still do can enjoy sex. And they still feel love, just not in a romantic way. So the dark green and light green are like representing the aro aspects of the identities, the people that identify as aromantic, sorry. And then the white represents just friendship, because like that's just like a relationship, like non-romantic. And then gray and black are representing the spectrum of sensual identities in the aromantic community. So yeah, so aromantic, they don't really have romantic attraction, but they do still enjoy sex and can feel love. They just don't really have like romantic like relationships. So demisexual, again, pretty cool flag. They feel no sexual attraction unless they have a strong emotional connection with the said person. So the black triangle in this flag represents asexuality. The gray, which is the bottom part, which I couldn't really tell at first. I'm pretty sure the bottom of it is a little gray and the top of like the purple stripe is white. So the gray is asexuality and demisexuality, and the white is just sexuality in general, and then the purple represents the community. So demisexuality, they are on the asexual spectrum, and they can have a romantic orientation, but they don't have, like they have to build the strong emotional connection before they can start to feel like they can start to feel the connection and like the sexual attraction towards their partner first. So then we have genderqueer. I almost said queer gender. So genderqueer, so it's an umbrella term. That's what I found for gender identities that are not male or female. So the purple is in lieu of men and women. So it's like kind of the normal like men and women, and like queer identity. And so white is neutral, and then green is the inverse of the purple. So it's the green shows people who don't identify on the spectrum. So think of purple as like the spectrum of like sexuality or like gender of like male and female, and then the bottom is like the inverse of it. So it's like people that don't even bother with the spectrum. It's like I don't identify with that spectrum at all. And then the white is just neutral, like I said. So then we have gender fluid. So gender fluid people, they stay flexible about their identities, which is definitely understandable. They are just very flexible about like who they are and as a person, and like their genders and sexuality. So the pink is, or I guess their gender. So the pink is female. The white is for a lack of gender. The purple is the same as like above, so like the male or female of it, or like the male or female on the spectrum. The black shows all other genders outside of just like men and women, like male and female, and the blue is for male, like just men, or like male. Sorry, I don't want to say men. But yeah, so gender fluid, like I said, it just kind of covers everything because you're just very like flexible and like you're not like tied down to one specific like gender and one gender identity. So then we have Abrosexual, and this is someone who may have changes to their sexuality throughout time. So the difference I would say between gender fluid and abrosexual is, on abrosexual, you kind of do identify with something, but it can change as you go through life and like grow. Where gender fluid is like, I don't really identify with anything, where abrosexual is like, you know, as I grow as a person, I'm kind of seeing that I'm changing, and I'm like I just feel different as I once did. So they do have different levels of sexual attraction across their entire life. Like I said, like things in their life, they feel that they just are changing. I'm just going to preface that for some of these, I honestly didn't have a lot of an idea of what these are. So these were just my findings and just me trying to explain them in a I want to, I guess, simple understanding. I guess I want to make this video for people who just literally don't know anything or just want to find out more. So I'm not an expert on any of these, and if I am saying something wrong, again, I apologize. I just want to keep reiterating that because I literally, I'm not claiming to know everything because I don't. I literally was just researching all these things, and these were just the understanding. This is just what I was understanding from them, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. So next we have DemiGender, which this one has a few different, I don't want to say subcategories, but different variations, I would say. You can be a demi boy or a demi girl, and it's someone who feels a partial connection to a particular gender identity. So it was explained to me by my great friend on our Discord. They said, basically, it's like, I am a boy, but I'm kind of feeling like I am a boy or I am a girl, but I'm kind of feeling non-binary. So you can it's kind of split between the two. And for DemiGender, they do have different variations. Like I said, demi boy and demi girl. I think there's if you look it up, there's a lot of different variations of it. So if you do feel like you identify as a boy or girl, or maybe a little bit non-binary, I would encourage you to look up all of the different variations of it to just figure out which one you would identify with the most. Then, getting down to the end a little bit, we have the Polyamory Flag. So it's people that engage in multiple romantic partners of I would say 3 or more. That would, because 2 is the monogamy, and then I think anything more is polyamory. So the blue in this flag represents the openness and honesty of all the parties in the polyamorous relationship. The red denotes love and passion. The black represents the solidarity of those who must hide their polyamorous relationships to the outside world, because I feel like polyamorous relationships are not as widely accepted. And the gold pie symbol is the value that's placed on the emotional attachment to others, whether platonic or romantic. So it's just the value that's placed on the emotion of everybody in the relationship, from what I would understand. I'm not in a polyamorous relationship. I don't look down on anybody that does. I guess I just don't want to speak for anybody, since that is not, again, I feel like that with a lot of them. Whoever identifies with the flag, I don't want to speak for them for how they feel or what they go through, because I only identify as a gay man as of right now. We have the Aroace Flag, which I did not know about this one at all. Again, my friend helped me out with this. So they have no sex or romantic relationships, but they can experience other attraction. I am sorry, I did not know a lot about this one. I did look up what the colors mean, and the colors were different. The colors that it was explaining for Aroace, for the Aroace flag, was different than the colors that were on the flag, like the most common flag that was coming up when you Googled it. But the gist or the understanding of it is like it said like the lighter purple, which I would assume would be like the blue, maybe, would mean love. The purple is acceptance. The white is like unity. The teal is like peace, and the darker teal is dependability. So if you do identify as Aroace, it's no sex or romantic relationships, but you can just feel other attraction to people. And so that is the end of the normal list of just like gender and sexual identities as a whole. So last thing before we go, a little bit of a, I don't want to say touchy subject, but it's something that I was advised again by my friend in the Discord to say, and after I thought about it, it is something that I do want to bring up. There are two flags which, as a member of the LGBTQIA plus community, I do not support, and I want to include them because I want to show, like, I want you to be aware of these flags, and I want you to be on the lookout for them because these are not a part of the community. So first we have the MAP flag. So if you are a child and you see this flag, I'm advising you to never engage in conversation with a person that is trying to show you this flag or has a flag in their profile or anything, because this is the MAP stands for minor attracted person. Basically it's a pedophile. I don't support that at all. I think it's wrong. And even if you try to go on their website, not on their website, but like the explanation was like just complete, I don't want to say bullshit, but it was just not, just no. So this flag, not a part of the LGBTQIA plus people. We do not support it. We do not support pedophilia. I literally just don't know what to say because I don't want people to see this flag and be like, oh, what sexuality is that? This flag is not a part of the community. Don't try to let people trick you. Please, if you are a child and you see this flag, please do not engage with that person. It is awful, and just don't. And then the next is zoophiles. Their flag looks like this, and as you can guess, this is a person that has an attraction to animals. It did say specifically that it was commonly dogs or horses, but it can be any animal. Again, I and the community, I'm going to speak on behalf of the community. We do not support this. This flag is not a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, and I don't want either of these two groups to try to like infiltrate or just get in, because both of these things are wrong. And tagging on to the zoophiles, I do want to say that zoophiles is different from the bear flag, because, so okay, this is where we get a little, I have to explain. So the zoophiles is literally an attraction to animals, which is wrong. I think everybody can agree that that is not right. But the bear flag, which looks like this, that is a subgroup in the gay man culture, which a bear is basically just a very large and hairy man. It's not about the gay bear flag is not about having sex with any bears or animals or anything. It is literally just a large hairy gay man. That's literally what the bear flag is. So I don't want any of those to get confused, that the bear flag is just, they want to be prideful and they want to represent like being a gay bear, and that is completely different from zoophiles. And please don't knock on the gay bear community. Just on the zoo files. So yeah, so that is pretty much the end of all of the flags that I have wanted to talk about and that I did find. I'm sure that there are others out there, like even for the DemiGender, with like the demi boy and demi girl, there are a bunch of different, and I would encourage you to go and look for those if you do feel like you identify with that. And I'm sure that there are some other ones that I've missed. These were just the ones that I had found and researched. I didn't want the list to just go on forever, but if you do feel like you identify with any of these, I would encourage you to look them up. I will also link my resources so you can look things up on your own, and you can try to just find out who you are as a person and just what you identify. And I just want people to live their truth and just become who they are, you know? That's just really my goal. I apologize if I have rambled or have been annoying. I just wanted to try to give my support to anybody who is watching this video to just be the person that you are. So yeah, that is my video, and thank you all for watching. If you want to, you can subscribe. This is not my normal video. This is just a video idea that I had. I will be back with my regularly scheduled programming probably next week with another video that I'm filming. But I hope that you found something in this video useful or helpful, and please don't tear me up in the comments, everybody. Okay, bye!